Hi, this is Zento from Esports Heaven, and I'm here with Xmithie. Now, you guys just played against Echo Fox, and they decided to do a funnel comp. And it seems like more and more teams are doing funnel comps now. What are your thoughts on how that's shaping out? Because you guys pretty much stomped them. So do you think this is kind of to say that standard is a better way to play?
I don't think standard is like a really better way to play it. I think it's just funneling comp is just really hard to execute, and the fragility of early game is like really not that easy to make a team comp out of it, since like we knew that they were doing a funneling comp like after they picked Yasuo, and then that's why we banned like Braum, we banned Nunu, and then they still try to pick a funneling comp. So yeah, it's just really hard to execute if all your lanes are like have to be aggressive. Like for example, Yasuo All-Star is like really hard to farm against a Zyra Khan, so we just took advantage of that, and then we got a better level 1 out of him, and we even killed Yasuo in the process. So it was really hard for them, I can say.
Okay. So Phoenix got demolished in the bot lane, and since he was basically off-rolling in a sense, but playing a comfortable champion, do you think that players off-rolling, is that the correct way to play the game? And what role do you think is most difficult for someone to off-roll? Like, do you think it's maybe jungle?
Well, obviously people who play the lane like for a couple of years now are going to be much better than the people who off-roll. But there are like certain champions that you can also just farm, and you can also just be better in it. Like if you have a better like counter than in the bot lane, then obviously even if you're off-rolling, you still know how to counter that champion. And then most off-lane champions on the bottom are like AP champions, and if you're against an AD carry like Nebulip, like who's been playing for like this for 6 years, then obviously he's gonna be better at laning on his comfortable champion. But Phoenix was also in his comfortable champion, but was like in an off-roll, and then he's playing with another person, so it requires a lot of years to just be always on the same page with him. And yeah, like I think it's possible that you can do that, but you just have to have the right mindset around it.
Okay. So it seems as though there's this different meta within each region, and how EU seems to be a lot more experimental with their picks, going like Heimerdinger bottom and things. So are you as a team, Team Liquid, are you guys looking more towards EU when trying to figure out the meta, or is it looking towards LCK instead, like traditionally?
I think we always try to find what's the best for us. Like if like we try to do what's the best meta, but no one really knows what the best meta is right now, since everything is working pretty much in every region. So it's about the playstyle and like the skill ceiling of every region is like what depends on it. So I think NA is like much more macro heavy rather than like mechanics wise, and I think EU is like sort of the opposite. Like everyone's really good mechanically, and usually gold funneling try is like whoever is the best at that champion gets to play it, and then usually junglers usually just get the dog champions like Nunu or Taric or Braum or Ali. And yeah, I think for us, like we're more like kind of aggressive in the early game, so that's why gold funding is kind of like put us off, because I think you have to concede early game to have a really good funneling comp. And yeah, we're still trying it out, but we're just trying to do what's best.
Okay. So with this crazy new patch, well, not this recent patch, but just in general with the gold funneling that's happened, Riot has consistently changed the patch in the game majorly every season. So there's something drastically new that you have to learn. And with recently Mad Life retiring, and then previously High retired too, what do you think on Riot's patching philosophy? Do you think it's really good for the game or maybe bad for the pros? Just like, how do you keep up with patch changes every single year?
I think having like I've been playing for like maybe 7 years now, and then I think every year the jungle is like always 100% changed. Like there's always something different about it. Like we change the raids, we change the chickens, or like whatever the jungle change will be. And I think it's essential for like a game like League of Legends to have a change every now and then, because the game gets really stale for a while if it just keeps happening over and over and over. And I think I've probably seen all the strats like recycled now, except for the gold funneling strat. But it's always like the same, like always assassins. Now it's tanks. Now it's AD carries. Now it's mid lane. And I think it's good that Riot is changing like that, because yeah, like as a player myself, I like change because I just wanna, like, it's mainly first of all, we all play this game like for fun, and if it gets like a job now, then like your level of like if your level of like paying attention to the game is like not there, then you're not gonna be at the best. You're not gonna be the best as you can be.
Yeah. So basically, you're gonna have a lack of dedication because it's not fun anymore, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So final question: who are you most excited to play against at Rift Rivals? Because there's going to be G2, Fnatic, and Splice.
I think everyone in the team is gonna probably just say Fnatic because they beat us at MSI, and like we went kind of like a revenge game, but it's like not much in the line, I guess. It's just like for NA versus EU. But yeah, we were never like having, like when we were at MSI, we were all really good friends. Like I even talked to Broxa, like we exchanged jerseys actually at the end, like saying like, oh, we both stole Baron, let's exchange jerseys. And you're like yeah, it was pretty fun playing against them and like with them.
Okay, cool. All right, man. Well, thanks for the interview, and check us out for more interviews later on.